Hello my lovelies and welcome to this reading about your soulmate's personality. For those who are new here, welcome, I'm Pabby, and for those who are returning, welcome back, it's really lovely to have you. So today's reading is the third in the series of my soulmate detailed readings, and this one is a little bit out there. So I have all the court cards of the minor arcana out of the deck, and each of these I've allocated a Myers-Briggs personality type. Now, if you're not familiar with Myers-Briggs, if you often see people's profiles on YouTube but also on Twitter and Instagram, they might have 4 letters next to their name, like ISTJ, ENFP. And this is a personality type that has 4 constructs. The first is introversion and extroversion, intuition and sensing, thinking and feeling, and then judging and perceiving. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about these. If you are interested, I'm going to post some links below to help you understand what this means. But basically, it sorts everybody into 16 different personality types. And people love this. I love this. And I thought it'd be a really lovely way of getting to understand your soulmate a bit better. So each of the court cards in the minor arcana are allocated one of these different personality types. As you can see by the picture, I've also put a crystal on each of these cards. These are random, they've been shuffled. And what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and take a really deep breath and try and connect with your soulmate. So connect with what you want love to be. How do you imagine and how do you feel a soulmate connection is? Really focus and get yourself in this beautiful feeling of love and what it will be like to be with your soulmate. And once you've got into that place where you're feeling joyous and full of love, open your eyes, and whichever card you're drawn to is usually the card for you. And hopefully that will help you connect with your soulmate a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a warning before I turn the cards over. So if you haven't picked your pile, please pause the video now. For those of you that have picked your pile, I'm going to turn the cards over and you'll find out what personality type your soulmate is in 3, 2, 1. Okay, as you can see, I've written the personality types underneath these cards for you. But what I'm going to do is I've got some mini readings for all 16 types, and I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to understand how you might meet your soulmate or how you might better this connection. So please check out the timestamps below. I've numbered the piles, and I will see you at your oracle card reading. Hello pile 1, if you pick this pile, your soulmate is the Queen of Cups and she corresponds to INFJ, and that's sometimes called the Counselor or the Advocate. Now INFJs are quite quiet but mysterious, so they're quite idealistic but very inspiring to be around. Now I'm going to pull some oracle cards about how you might best meet your soulmate and what advice there is for you so you can go about pursuing this connection with your Queen of Cups with the INFJ. So you have Phantom Quartz, Embrace Change, A New Earth, It's Happening, Keep Holding the Vision, and Stand Still. This is so interesting. So I think you've been manifesting this person, your Queen of Cups, your INFJ. And I think this message is you need to embrace the changes that are coming. And the change that's coming is that nothing's happening. It sounds really weird and contradictory, but actually I think you're at this sort of standstill and feeling like your manifestation of your soulmate isn't working. And this is here to tell you that yes, it is. You just need to be ready, and things are going to change and move quite quickly, particularly that new earth. It's happening, keep holding the vision. It's telling you to persist. And I get this feeling that something might change, or you might reject the change or something like that, and you're going to almost halt your manifestation. But the universe is telling you, please, 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 please don't lose your vision and don't lose your faith in the universe, because your INFJ is coming. Thank you so much for viewing this reading today. If you're interested in my other soulmate profile readings, I've got one on when you'll meet your soulmate and also your soulmate star sign. Please click the links. And also I have got lots of love readings coming up. So please subscribe and you'll be notified when I have a new reading for you. Thank you so much, and I can't wait for you to meet your INFJ. Welcome pile 2. If you chose this pile, your soulmate is an ENTP. They're sometimes called the inventors or the debaters, depending on which mode of MBTI you use. So ENTPs are kind of smart and curious, but they're very intellectual. So they're very thoughtful, but they're curious, and they really like a kind of intellectual challenge. And the Knight of Swords summarizes this quite well. He's racing to get to his motorbike. I've pulled a few oracle cards for you on how you might meet this person and what advice there is from the oracles about this for you. Okay, so you have Garnet, ignite your passion. I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs and uprooting, and relaxation. Okay, so there's a few messages coming on here. I think you might need to focus on passion and who lights you up in terms of your love life. But also I'm feeling like you might be distracted by passion, and there might be some sort of something you need to forgive yourself for. So maybe there was a sort of passionate heat of the moment thing you did, and you need to relax about it. I think there's a real sense of you need to forgive yourself for whatever this may be, and kind of embody that relaxation card. You really need to sort of relax, because when you're relaxed, you're more open, you're more passionate, and you're more likely to receive your ENTP. I hope this was helpful. I do have some other soulmate readings. I have one on your soulmate star sign, but also when you'll meet them, so check those out. Also, if you like these readings, I am going to be doing some more love readings in the future, so please subscribe and you'll get notified when I have a new reading for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and that you meet your ENTP soon. Hello pile 3. If you chose this pile, your soulmate is an ENTJ. They're sometimes called field marshals or commanders. They are very kind of bold and imaginative. They're really like strong-willed, but they're leaders. So this person will be quite obvious to you when you meet them. They're always successful. They're always up for a challenge, and they're always leading, but they're very imaginative. So they'll come up with loads of ideas on how to solve problems and things like that. I've pulled some oracle cards for you. So you have Jade, be the bigger person. You have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation and integration time. And you have purity. So the message I'm getting for you about how you might meet this person, or what you need to focus on, is there's something that you kind of need to rise above. There's something happening in your life, or there's an ideal that you have about love that you need to rise above. But this is really good news, because you're going to have some sort of real spiritual awakening, and Kundalini awakening is actually coming as a message. And you're really going to elevate yourself spiritually, and that's where purity comes in. So the result of this is you're going to almost be able to rise above whatever is going on in your life, and this spiritual awakening and this sort of purity and balance in your soul is going to draw your soulmate, draw your ENTJ to you. I hope this reading was helpful. It was very short and sweet. I do have some more like this if you're interested in your soulmate. So I have what star sign is your soulmate, and when will you meet your soulmate. I'll link those below. Also, I am planning on doing some more love readings in the future. So if you are interested, please subscribe and you'll get notified when I have a new reading for you. Thank you so much, and I hope you meet your ENTJ soon. Hello pile 4. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an ESTJ, and they're sometimes called the supervisors or the executive. They're really good at management and understanding and managing things or people. And the King of Pentacles kind of embodies this really well. He's the sort of CEO of the tarot deck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see if there are any messages about how you might meet this person, or sort of what's going on with this relationship with them. Okay, so you have Ocean Jasper, schedule yourself in. You have You're Not For Everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And you have Voyage. Okay, the messages I'm getting for this pile is that you're not being yourself. You might want to take a new journey somewhere else, and you're not letting yourself because of fear of what other people think. And this schedule yourself in is a real message of you really need to sort of embrace and take some time for you and being you. And if you end up being you, your weirdness and your sort of individual essence will attract your ESTJ to you. Yes, you might even meet them traveling, which is a message I'm also getting for you. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in more about your soulmate, I have a few more readings like this. So I have when will you meet your soulmate, and also what star sign is your soulmate. I'll link those below. But also, if you are keen and you like love readings, I have several more planned. So please subscribe and you'll be notified when I have those for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and you meet your ESTJ soon. Welcome pile 5. If you pick this pile, your soulmate is an ESFJ, so they're sometimes called the provider or the consul. They're ridiculously caring and very popular and sociable, so you should be able to spot them as the person that everyone really likes. They're always eager to help, so you might end up meeting them through them helping you in some way. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what they have to say and what advice they have for you about how you might meet them and how you might foster this relationship with your soulmate. Okay, so you have Chrysocolla, start fresh. You have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And you have delight. This is magical. So basically, I think you might have been being bogged down by the monotony of life and you've kind of lost your joy a little bit. And what this is saying is just have some fun and really reset your relationship with the world and your life and prioritize joy, delight, happiness above everything else. This is a real fresh start for you to reframe how you're seeing things and how you're seeing your life. And obviously this caring, social ESFJ will come in because you are so joyful and you really live in the moment and you enjoy life. It's such a sweet reading, this one. Thank you so much for watching here today. If you are interested in more readings like this about your soulmate, I have a when will you meet your soulmate reading, but also a what star sign is your soulmate reading. I'll link those below. And if you do like these readings, I'm going to have more longer length love readings planned over the next few months. So please subscribe and you will be able to see those when they come out. Thank you so much again. And I can't wait for you to meet your ESFJ. Welcome pile 6. If you pick this pile, your soulmate is an ESFP. So they are the performers and the entertainers of the world. You will be able to spot them because they're really spontaneous, they're energetic, and they're really enthusiastic. So life is really not boring around them. And I think the Knight of Wands embodies that really well. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what messages there are about how you might meet this soulmate or what is going on in your connection with them. Okay, so you have aquamarine, go with the flow, all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within, and freedom. Okay, you need to reset to your intuition, and this is very similar to the previous pile, so I'm not sure if somebody has kept this on or is watching two of them, but this is, you need a reset, but you need to be more relaxed. I think you're being too controlling about your life, about what you might want from your soulmate, and you're blocking letting them in because you're not listening to your intuition and you're not going with the flow or being free. And this is telling you that if you relax, if you trust your intuition and stop trying to intellectualize things and thinking about your soulmate, you're going to attract your ESFP, your performer, into your life. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've enjoyed this reading, I do have other readings about your soulmate. So I have a when will you meet your soulmate and what star sign is your soulmate reading. I'll link those below. Also, I am planning to do some more love readings over the next few months. So if you're interested in those, they'll be a bit more in depth and longer. Please subscribe and you'll be notified when I have one for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I can't wait for you to meet your ESFP. Welcome pile 7. If you pick this pile, your soulmate is an ENFP and they're called the champions or the campaigners. So they're really enthusiastic and creative, but they're quite free-spirited as well. But they're really friendly and will always be very, very smiley. And you can spot these people by their smile. They're really, really, really smiley people. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see when you might meet your soulmate or what's going on in your relationship with them to give you some guidance. Okay, so you have Pyrite, let the money flow in. The 7 Star Sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression and openness. This is really interesting. I think you've got a few things going on. I think you are probably focused on your career quite a lot at the moment. And this is a sign that you're sorted. The money is going to come. You need to kind of change your frame of mind. I think you're focused far too much on finances and career, and you need to be more open to this love of your ENFP. But then you've got the 7-star sisters, which is Pleiades energy. And this is about understanding your soul's purpose and kind of being more creative and understanding what you're meant to do. So I think there's a thing of you might be fixated on career and money, but it's not fulfilling you. It's blocking you and not making you not open to the possibility of your soulmate. But there's also a message here of your soulmate connection is going to lead to maybe children, but also some really lovely creative endeavors if you just open yourself up to it and have faith that the money is coming and you don't need to worry about it. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you've enjoyed it, I have a few other soulmate readings like this. I have When Will You Meet Your Soulmate and What Star Sign is Your Soulmate. I'll link those below. Also, if you have enjoyed this, I will be doing some love readings over the next few months, and they'll be more in depth. So please subscribe and you'll be notified when I have one of those for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I can't wait for you to meet your ENFP. Welcome, pile 8. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an ISTJ. Now, the ISTJs are the inspectors and the logisticians. Can't say that word very well. And they're very practical and kind of fact-minded, but they're really reliable. So you kind of want to go to them if you want something done well. They're really, really grounded people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see if there's any messages about your relationship with this person or when you might meet them or what you need to focus on. Okay, so you have Angel Aura Quartz, Lighten Up. You have Lost Lands, Soul Memory and Gifts. You have done this before, and Wisdom. Okay, so there's a lot of water coming through here, and I think this person might be a water sign. So there'll be a practical water sign. Then maybe they've got some sort of earth placement somewhere else. But what this is telling me is that you are being very serious about love and about finding your soulmate, and that's not helping you. You need to lighten up and stop stressing about it. It feels like a kind of stress, like a desperation. You feel a bit desperate. And this is that you've got the inner wisdom. You've done this before. You know how this works. You're probably an old soul that actually you are going to meet this person, and you just need to have faith and kind of use your own inner wisdom to kind of go, right, okay, I'm going to stop trying to control this. I feel like you're trying to control meeting your soulmate too much. You just need to lighten up. And I do wonder if your soulmate could also be a twin flame as well. Just by that soul memories and gifts, you've done this before. I think this person will definitely be somebody who you recognise on a soul level. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you have, I have a few other soulmate readings like this. So I have When Will You Meet Your Soulmate, and I have What Star Sign is Your Soulmate. I'll link those below. I also will be doing some more in-depth love readings over the next few months, so if you are interested in those, please subscribe and you'll be notified when I have one for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day, and I can't wait for you to meet your ESTJ. Welcome, pile 9. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an INTJ. Now, they're sometimes called the masterminds or architects. Sorry if you can hear my dog grumbling in the background. They are very sort of imaginative people, but they're very strategic thinkers. They always have a plan. Like if you want to look for the person who's really in charge, it will be an INTJ. They'll usually be a front man in like politics or the prime minister, but they'll be an INTJ, the mastermind and the architect behind the scenes, strategically planning everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what messages there are about your connection with this person and also how you might meet them. Okay, so you've got Tourmalinated Quartz, Get Out of Your Own Way, The Void, Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb, and you've got Gateway. Okay, I think you're not quite ready to meet them yet for some reason. You've got some inner work to do. Tourmalinated Quartz, Get Out of Your Own Way is kind of a real kick up the bum to kind of say, look, you need to sort this out. And combined with Stopped and Embrace Winter, I think you just need to work on you for a little bit. And once you become... It's quite cliche, but once you become who you want to meet, if that makes sense, if your ideal person, your INTJ, if you try and become everything you want in a partner, that's the gateway to meeting them. So that's this message for you, is just take some time to work on yourself for a little bit. I think you need it. You need the break, and you need to kind of explore your own inner world a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've liked this reading, I do have a couple of other soulmate readings. I have When Will You Meet Your Soulmate, but I also have What Star Sign Is Your Soulmate. I'll link those below. Also, if you do like my readings, I have some love readings planned over the next few months, so please subscribe and you'll be notified when those come up for you. Thanks so much again for joining me, and I can't wait for you to meet your INTJ. Welcome pile 10. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an IFTP. Now they're sometimes called the crafters or the virtuosos of the world, and they're really like bold, as you can tell by the page of wands, but they're very practical at the same time. They're like experiment, they master tools, they're quite creative as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards to explore your relationship with them in a little bit more depth and find out a bit more about you two together. Okay, so I've got the Golden Healer Quartz, Open the Door, Trust the Timing, Trust the Wave you came in on, Time is not running out, and Potential. So there's a couple of mixed messages coming through for you. With Open the Door, I wonder if you're a bit fixated on timing of love. So maybe you think you're too young to meet your soulmate, you're too young to settle down. And weirdly, by doing that, you're blocking your soulmate. Or it's the reverse. So you're worried about not having enough time. And ironically, that is stopping you from properly meeting your soulmate. You've got to be kind of open to the potential of relationships. And also trust the timing. There's a real sort of karmic universal timing coming in here. Like you will meet them when you're supposed to. You just have to get out there, open the door, and see the potential in everyone you meet to be your soulmate. Sometimes it's not obvious who our soulmates are. Sometimes you do have to kind of open the door and let people in and meet lots of different people to find them. But yes, trust the timing, my loves. Try not to rush things, or try not to worry about rushing in too quickly. Everything will happen when it's supposed to. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've liked this reading, I do have a couple of other readings like this. So I have When Will You Meet Your Soulmate, but I also have Your Soulmate Star Sign. I'll link those below. And if you have liked this, I'm going to be doing some more love readings over the next few months. So please subscribe and you'll be notified when those come out. Thanks so much again. I can't wait for you to meet your ISTP, and have an absolutely wonderful day. Welcome pile 11. If you've picked this pile, your soulmate is an ENFJ, and they're sometimes called the teachers or the protagonists. So these are incredibly charismatic people. They're really inspiring, and they're kind of mesmerizing. So if you ever meet a leader that people just automatically like, these are the INFJs. But they also really do like to sort of teach and educate. They don't just like to lead for the sake of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to explore your relationship with this person a little bit more, and maybe see if we've got some messages for you. Okay, so you've got Celestite, Soothe Your Soul, Star Brothers, Horus Energy, Protection, Loyalty, Safety, and Trust, and Happiness. Oh, lovely. So I think this person will come into your life as somebody who is just immediately like, you just feel relaxed and safe and joyful around them. It will be incredibly easy. So if you have relationships that are like, oh, are they my soulmate? The fact you're asking that question means they're probably not. So look for ENFJs that it's just really easy and joyful with. And being with this person is like a big cuddle for your soul. It just feels right, and it's easy, and it fits. That's a really simple message for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are interested in these readings and you like them, I do have a couple of other soulmate readings. So I have When Will You Meet Your Soulmate, but also What Star Sign Is Your Soulmate. Also, I'll be doing a couple more in-depth love readings over the next few months. So please subscribe and you'll be updated when I have those for you. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you have a really lovely day, and I can't wait for you to meet your ENFJ. Hello, pile 12. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an ESTP, and they're sometimes called the promoters or the entrepreneurs. They are really smart, they're energetic, they're incredibly perceptive, and they like living on the edge a little bit. If you meet an entrepreneur who likes taking risks, it's likely that they are an ESTP. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to explore your relationship with this person a little bit more and give you some messages. Okay, so you have Angelite, support is all around you. You have double mission, light worker, Starseed, serve the world by being you, and new beginnings. Oh, lovely. So you are a really special, lovely person, aren't you? You are without a doubt a light worker, or a Starseed, or both. If you don't know what those are, please look them up. But you absolutely have divine messaging coming through. So when you're ready to meet this person, or when they come into your life, you are going to get some really weird signals from your spirit guides and for your angels. It's going to be very obvious to you because they're helping you notice when you are meeting your ESTP. And it's going to bring a really lovely new beginning for you starting this relationship, or you might meet them or connect with them at the start of a new beginning. Yes, so keep an eye out for your angels and your spirit guides and messengers, but also explore light workers and starseeds, because you are definitely one of those. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've liked this reading, I do have some other readings like this. I have soulmate timing, so when you will meet your soulmate, and what star sign is your soulmate. I'll link those below. But also I will be doing some more in-depth love readings over the next few months, so please subscribe if you are interested in those, and you'll be updated when I have a new one for you. Thank you so much again for joining me. I really, really hope you have a lovely day, and I can't wait for you to meet your ESTP. Welcome, pile 13. If you pick this pile, your soulmate is an ISFP, and they are the composers, or sometimes called the adventurers, of the world. And they are really like flexible and charming artists. So they love new experiences. They love creating something new. They love exploring. So if you ever see people who are just nomads and travel for the rest of their lives, they're kind of the ISFPs of the world. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what is happening in your connection with this person. Okay, so you have clear quartz, get crystal clear. You have earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning, and miracles. Okay, so I think you're going to meet this person at an educational institute, or you've already met them. You're both going to learn together, so keep an eye out for that. But also, it's going to feel like a miracle when they come in your life. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm seeing a lot of the rainbows in here, so I do wonder if you're going to feel sort of a sense that rainbows are a sign for you that you've met your soulmate. But I think you need to get clear on what you want out of life. There is definitely a lack of clarity. Maybe you're expecting a miracle, your soulmate will just walk in, and this is a slight message of like, yes, it will happen, but you need to be clear about what you want, and if you really want them at this time. So maybe you're distracted by sort of things you're doing on Earth at the moment, so like learning, study, maybe that's blocking you a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've liked this reading, I do have a couple of others about your soulmate. So I have when will you meet your soulmate, and what star sign is your soulmate. Also, I will be doing some more love readings over the next few months, so please subscribe and you'll be updated when I have a new one for you. Thank you so much again. I hope you have a really wonderful day, and I can't wait for you to meet your ISFP. Welcome, pile 14. If you pick this pile, your soulmate is an ISFJ, so they're sometimes called the protectors or the defenders. So they are really like dedicated and ready to defend loved ones, but they're incredibly warm at the same time. Family and loved ones is so important to them. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what your connection is like with this person and to give you a bit of advice. Okay, so you have hematite, ground yourself. You have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. And you have release. Okay, so I think you are meant to meet this person, or they're related to you exploring some sort of spiritual path. And you might be at the beginning of this journey, or you might be at the beginning of a sort of new phase in this journey. Maybe you just practice spirituality as a hobby and it's transitioning to something a bit more serious. But you've got this message of grounding yourself. So you need to learn about grounding techniques. because your soulmate is kind of a bit more of a grounded, protected defender. So you need to make sure that you are on the same wavelength as them. But also inner child, tenderness, innocence. These are you're really exploring your innate gifts here, and there is a sort of innocence that comes with opening up and releasing. Releasing to the universe to open up to these gifts for sure. So just make sure you're grounded, but really like go excuse me, but really like go nuts on opening up, exploring, being like a child who is just exploring and trying out lots of new things spiritually, and you will draw this person into your life. Thank you so much for being here today. If you've enjoyed this reading, I have a couple more soulmate readings. So they are what star sign is your soulmate and when will you meet your soulmate. So I'll link those down below. Also, I will be doing some in-depth love readings in the next few months coming up. So please subscribe and you'll be updated when I have a new one for you. Thank you so much again for being here. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and I can't wait for you to meet your ISFJ. Welcome pile 15. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an INFP, and I am biased because that is what I am and we are the best, obviously. INFPs are kind of the healers and mediators, so we're sort of poetic and kind and quite altruistic, so that we kind of go after good causes and have a real empathetic nature to us. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what your connection is like with your INFP and see if we can get some advice for you. Okay, so you have Carnelian, feed your creativity. You have Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature, and abundance. Now, the first impression I'm getting from this is there's a real sense of reconnecting with nature here, but in the summer. So I think you need to feed your creativity by being in nature and being outside more, and it might be slightly difficult where you live, but there's definitely a disconnect between you and Mother Nature and the earth. So try and reconnect with the earth, work on your root chakra, but also your sacral chakra, which is Carnelian as orange, and try to reconnect and find the more creative side of yourself, and you will definitely draw your soulmate into you once you've reconnected. And abundance is here too, so your connection with your soulmate will actually be a very abundant connection, so congratulations. But you've got to make sure that you reconnect with the earth, but also sort of open up to being more creative. Thank you so much for being here today. If you've liked this reading, I do have a couple more soulmate readings. So I have when will you meet your soulmate and what star sign is your soulmate. I'll link those below. But also I will be doing some more in-depth love readings over the next few months. So please subscribe and you'll be updated when I have a new one of those for you. Thank you so much again for being here with me. I hope you have a wonderful day and I can't wait for you to meet your INFP. Welcome pile 16. If you picked this pile, your soulmate is an INTP. So these are the architects and the logicians of the world. So they're absolutely amazing inventors. Like they cannot get enough of learning, of inventing, of creating, but in an intellectual way. And I think the Page of Swords summarises that really nicely in that card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what your connection with this person is like and if there's any advice for you. Okay, so you have Tiger's Eye, overcome your fears. You have Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it, and embracing. Okay, I think you've got some sort of blockages here or fears about love, and you really just need to embrace who you are. I think this is a real message of self-love, and you need to love yourself and embrace yourself before you can love anyone else. But there's also this learning to be human. So I wonder if you feel really disconnected from the world right now, and part of that might be because of your lack of love or your fears about love or your fears just generally. And this is a real message of kind of just embracing yourself. Learn to overcome your fears by sort of being compassionate with yourself. You might be being quite hard on yourself for being so fearful of things. But once you remove these blockages, you will draw that person, your INTP, into your life. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you've enjoyed this reading, I have two other soulmate readings for you. I have when will you meet your soulmate, but also I have what star sign is your soulmate. So check those out. I'll link those below. I will also be doing some more in-depth love readings over the next few months. So please subscribe and you'll be updated when I have another one of those for you. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you have a really lovely day, and I can't wait for you to meet your INTP.